Good morning, guys. Today I want to do a small clip to show you a little bit about my hunting story and the trophies that I have so far. So also we have this bad boy meeting a collection. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, like I said, I was gonna do a small clip showing you guys all the trophies that I have so far in my hunting history. So come take a look. So I want to start with my first buck that I shot in Georgia back in 2020. Me and two other friends, we had a lease, like 40 something acres, and this was the very last days of hunting that property. So here's the first buck from Georgia. I'm not happy with the mounting, but it's done, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. So this is the first buck, 7-point. He came like very last day of hunt, chasing a doe. I don't know, a doe still hot, but he came like 80-100 yards, and I was able to make a good shot on it. This one over here is an Indiana buck. I had a couple friends that they invited me to go hunt with them some private lands, and I made a long drive for this one. This buck right here, my friend had it on camera, showing up every day, every afternoon before we sat down to try to hunt this deer. He never showed up. He showed up the last day of the hunt. Last afternoon, he showed up chasing a doe. He came out with the doe like 20 something yards. I wasn't able to shoot the deer because he was behind some trees and stuff, and he was leaving already. The doe left, he was leaving already, and I started calling and calling. He was like maybe 80 something yards from me. I started calling, so I was able to make a 30-yard shot on this buck. He only ran maybe like 45 yards. That's all for this buck over here. This one over here is an Alabama buck that I shot last year. My father-in-law has some friends over there that they have some properties to hunt. They invite us to go hunting with them. And before we traveled to Texas, we went to Alabama. I was able to shot this buck, very nice buck for Alabama, 7-point. These people, they have high fence, and they have typicals and non-typicals bucks. So if you ever want to try hunt with them, just hit me on my Instagram page. I'm gonna leave the page at the end of the video, so you guys can contact me, and I'll put you in contact with these people. They're very nice people. They have very nice bucks on that high fence. So this guy over here was the very first day of opening season here in Picayune Strand. You see, it's a nice 8-point for here for Florida. It's a nice buck. So this buck, I went in the morning, very early in the morning. He came out like at 8 something. He was chasing a doe. He gave me a shot like 45 yards. I missed a shot, which I didn't know what was wrong with it, because I was shooting very straight. I was shooting 45, 50, 60, 65 yards, very close. So I didn't know what I did wrong or not. So we went back to the camp. We had some lunch, and I started shooting my bow, and then I noticed that my sight was completely loose. So I started adjusting the sight. I went back to the hunt in the afternoon. I sat on the same spot where I shot him. He came out again with the doe. He gave me a 55 yards shot. I took the shot, and here it is. He ran like maybe 20 yards. This one over here is another Alabama buck that I shot 2 years ago. hunting with the same friends. They invited us to go hunt with them again. And this buck was, I saw him coming at maybe like 200 yards, and he was coming to the feeder. So he got to the feeder very, very late that day. So I was able to make a shot, maybe like a 120-yard shot with a rifle for another buck in Alabama. Very nice 8-point from Texas. Big body. This one was last year that I shot this deer. He shot up to the feeder like 180 yards from the stand. He was next to some other shooters. I was waiting for a bigger buck to show up. They never show up, so was one of my last day hunt, and I decided to take a shot on this one. Very nice buck, very, very big buck. This one over here was my first buck in Indiana 3 years ago, first trip that I did. This buck showed up at 20 yards from the stand, bow season. I never saw he had a broken antler. Over there you can see it. This buck was very special for me because I made a long trip for this one too, and also was the very last day of hunting. I never had a deer bigger than this one, so every year I've been trying to break my own record, mainly on bow season, because that's the most thing I like to do, like bow hunt. And this one was the biggest buck that I ever had shot with a bow. This one over here is a buck from Georgia. I shot it 3 years ago. This buck wasn't on camera or anything. He just showed up that day and at 200 yards. It wasn't the best shot ever. He ran maybe like 140 yards, but we were able to find it. My friend helped me with some dogs that they have, and we were able to get this deer. So this one over here is another buck from Texas. We were sitting down from since 3 in the afternoon, and then a couple deer show up, nice shooters, and I was waiting for a bigger buck because I want to break this record over here. So I waited for this buck maybe like 2 hours. There's a big buck that he crossed the fence and he started eating, and later on I saw that same buck fighting with the fence. So he was fighting another buck that was next to the fence. So I decided to wait. He showed up at 180 yards. He jumped the fence and he started fighting that other buck. So he started eating all the corn on the floor, and he was behind some trees. So I had to wait like 35 minutes for him to give me a shot at 180 yards. And I was able to make a good shot. He didn't even move from that shot. So here it is. Very nice 8-point. Big one. Very nice buck from Texas. This one over here is another buck from Alabama 4 years ago. A friend of mine and his dad, they had a couple hunting properties over there, and they invited me to go hunt with them on the very early days of gun season. They didn't have this buck in camera. They never saw this buck in cameras, and this one ended up being one of the biggest bucks they have shot on that property. Very nice 9-point. Okay, this guy over here, this is something very special for me. This is one of the biggest buck that I ever shot with a bow, including the one from Indiana. My friend his uncle have a property over there in Georgia, only 2 acres property. And one day he told me like, hey, let's pass by, let's check the property and see what you think. We went, we saw many deer trails. I set up some camera, I throw some corn, and this guy and some other shooters, they start showing up. So the day that I shot this buck, I saw him in the cameras at 2 a.m., which wake me up at 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep anymore until 5 a.m. I went to the tree, I sat down, and the other buck that was with him show up at 7 something, and I knew they were together. So I waited for like 6 minutes, and I saw this one coming out from the woods. I wait for them to give me a good shot. For a moment I thought I was not gonna be able to shot it, but he came at 30 yards, and I made a good shot on this buck. He only ran like maybe like 40-50 yards. So this is my first video that I have on my YouTube channel. You should go check it out. I'm gonna add the YouTube channel over here, so you can go and check it out. It's not the best video ever. I did it, with some parts that I have, but next video it will be better. I have a better camera now, and I'm setting everything up so I can do a better video for you guys. Okay, so that was it for all my trophies so far. Hopefully this year some other comes. We have big shooters and cameras. Hopefully we get the chance to shoot one of these big shooters. I forgot this 2 box over here. A friend of mine is gonna mount it for me, and I'll show you how it comes out. And also I have some other friends that they've been telling me, why don't you do this in Spanish? And I prefer doing it in English. I think this will help me to improve a little bit on my English. So nothing, I'm trying to do my best, and hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video of all the trophies, and stay tuned for the next one. I'm gonna add the YouTube channel over here, so you can go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.